Fox Hollow memories so dear to me.
Hey everybody, this is Troy Engel coming to you from my studio, the Track Shack, headquarters of Rocky Glen Music. And I want to tell you about my new CD that's coming out on May 22nd. I'm really excited for you to hear. It's called Fox Hollow Memories, the songs I wrote with Dixie and Tom T. Hall. And that's what it is. It's 11 songs that I wrote with Dixie and Tom T. Was very blessed to get to know them and write with them. And also one song on the album, the title cut, Fox Hollow Memories, is a song I wrote as a tribute to Miss Dixie and to Tom T. Of course, Miss Dixie passed away in 2015, but Tom T. is still very much with us, and so I wanted to sort of honor both of them. Tom T. had been telling me for years that I needed to do a CD like that. If I had just, he said, you should just take some of these demos you're doing of these songs that we write together, and then you can make a CD. Well, I just wish I would have made better demos. So I've gone through everything's fresh, freshly recorded, and I'm excited for you to hear the latest take on these songs. And I had some wonderful guests come on the CD as well, so we'll be telling you about them as we go along. Wanted to do a couple videos before the album came out, sort of tell you the backstory or the behind the scenes, kind of just a few stories and details of behind the music, and wanted to tell you how I really got to know Dixie and Tom T. It's probably about the turn of the century, about 1999 or 2000. I was playing in a band called the Mark Newton Band, with Mark Newton and Mike Munford and Bob Goff Jr., and we were getting ready to record our first album for Rebel Records, and we needed a studio to record at. And Dixie and Tom T. had a deal that you could use their studio for free if you recorded one of their songs. So we did. I think the song we recorded of theirs was Blues for Breakfast on that album. And so we went down there and had a grand old time. Tom T. engineered for the first day. I think the deal was you could have the studio, but you had to hire the engineer, and I don't know that we even could afford to hire the engineer. So we tried Tom T. and we tried his nerves for a day, I think, and then we got Paula Wolak to come in and finish the record, and she's a great engineer, and we had a great time doing that first record down there. But also included in that free deal with the studio, you also got 3 meals a day cooked by Miss Dixie and all the crew down there, and accommodations. So you got to stay on the property at Fox Hollow, which is in Franklin, Tennessee. They're a beautiful, beautiful farm and just a magical place. And so we lived like kings and ate like kings, and were treated like kings for all the time we were down there recording. We just had a great time and really got to know Dixie and Tom T. And Miss Dixie knew I was a songwriter, and we had recorded 2 songs on that album that I wrote, and one that my wife Mandy and I wrote. So she knew I was a songwriter, and of course I was talking, asking questions about Nashville. I was living in Pennsylvania, Glen Rock, Pennsylvania at the time still, and that's where we are back now. But I was asking her about Nashville, and all, what it would take to live down there and to work. And she said, I think you can do it. And she was probably the first person in my life that said, you can do this Nashville thing. You can give it a try. You need to come down here. You need to be down here where the music is. And we also had our friends Troy and Annette Lancaster, who sort of said the same thing. Troy's a great session player, and they said, no, I think you can do it. So at pretty much all their proddings, we gave it a shot, and we moved to Nashville in 2003. And that's really started my even more of a relationship with Tom T. and Dixie, and Miss Dixie did her best to get me involved down there and on any sessions, recording or gigs, and so I started writing with them as well. I had a weekly appointment where I'd go down and we'd drink coffee and eat and write some songs, and I was blessed to write about 30 songs with them. So just an amazing experience, and they became family to us.
Still, that's Kentucky. It's the homeland of the bride. That's Kentucky.
I was very blessed to write some really good songs with them. Miss Dixie was really good about getting them cut. She was a go-getter, and she would have a lot of times she'd have the song cut by the time we got done doing the demo that day. But we had a couple really good big hits with That's Kentucky, which Carolina wrote, and Lorraine Jordan recorded that and took that to #1 in the bluegrass charts. And also we were blessed to win 2015 Song of the Year at SPIGMA with that, and had Big Country Bluegrass had a hit with Putting On My Leaving Shoes, which both of those songs are on the album. So I can't wait for you to hear those as well. Had 3 special guests on this album that I just never dreamed I'd get to have, and that was Tom T. and Miss Linda Lay on some harmony vocals, and the amazing Isaacs, who sang on the first single that's out now, Mama, What Does Heaven Look Like There, and they just took it way over the top. So in the next video, if you stay tuned and check out the next one, I'm going to sort of talk about how we got them involved, all those guest artists involved on the CD as well. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time.
Fox Hollow memories so dear to me. I long for those simple times, the way things